Facebook live stream with Young Entrepreneur. I recently filmed season 2 of Elevator Pitch, and I'm excited to show you guys what I've done with my new company. I have a brand called Poseidon Society. It's a jewelry line that matches you and your dog. It's inspired by hip-hop and Greek mythology, since my dog's name is Poseidon. And today is actually my birthday. So we're doing our collection launch here in LA at the lovely Liaison venue. We have complimentary tequila by Cotiga, and all of our sales today for our pop-up launch shop are benefiting New York City Second Chance Rescue. So let's come take a look inside.
Hey guys, we're here with Young Entrepreneurs on Entrepreneur Live, and we're here with Chelsea Piera. She's here to pronounce her new line, which is Poseidon Society. Tell us a little bit about your line, Chelsea.
Hey guys, I'm so happy to be here with Young Entrepreneur. I had a really good time filming Elevator Pitch, and it inspired me to really hit the ground running with this. Today is my birthday, and my dog is here. I have a line that I just started of jewelry that's inspired by Greek mythology and hip-hop influence for you and your dog. So if you guys know people who spoil their dogs, who like making sure that they look really cool, this is the one for you. And today I actually have a really cool group of guests at my birthday party. So I'll be highlighting a couple young entrepreneurs that have various companies, from apps to driverless cars. All sorts of interesting people that you guys can learn from today. Everybody is about under 30 years old, and we're all doing really cool things. Some of us here are social influencers. That's something that I started my business platform with. I have a pretty strong social media following, and I decided to capitalize on my followers by creating a brand. And I decided, why not include dogs, because dogs are just the happiest. And Timmy here has, how many followers do you have, Timmy?
I have 103,000 followers.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Timmy is pretty big time on the Instagram, so he'll be here asking a lot of questions today. And Timmy is actually my social media strategist. How appropriate when you have 103,000 Instagram followers. That's a lot of followers. How did you build your following initially?
So for me to build my following, I found out that the best way to share is to work with other people who have big followings and work with people who are doing similar things as me. So when people are doing similar things like photography and modeling, you can just grow based on sharing each other's followings. So I picked photographers who I thought their work was really good, really interesting, and kind of on the rise. You know, we're always looking for the next trending thing.
That's a good point, though. It's like, if you're trying to build an account, do business with people who also have large accounts. Something that some of our partners today I'll mention. We're here at Liaison in LA. It's a beautiful new nightclub in Los Angeles. It used to be the old Ledoux, if you're familiar. We're here in the back room, a private room, to have the pop-up. And everybody that's come together for my event is an influencer or has a really cool part to play in their own way. So how you're talking about collaborating with photographers, by you being an influencer, you want your image accessing more impressions. And everything that I come from a PR background, so everything I do is about impressions. Today we have a New York City Second Chance Rescue. All of my jewelry, I'm donating a portion of the proceeds to New York City Second Chance Rescue. And we have Cotiga Tequila sponsoring our beverages. And everybody here has a pretty big following. Yeah, so even the other brands, we're cross-collaborating and doing some really cool things and growing each other's businesses by doing business with each other, like what you just said. And I want to show you guys a lot of the pieces, but I'm going to get in some other interesting people that you can pick their brain, and then I'll come back in here and see what's up. And feel free to ask us questions. We'll be here all day. I'll introduce the cast, aka my friends who are here to support. One of our first guests has a company called VitaStick. It's an alternative to smoking, an e-cigarette, and it has all sorts of essential oils and vitamins in a stick. I'll let him talk about it, so I'll go grab him. But thank you guys so much for tuning in.
And I'm here with Al Santos, and he has a company called VitaSticks. And tell us a little bit more about that, Al.
So we launched the company in 2014, now currently shipping to about 33 countries a week. It's the world's first vitamin essential oil inhalable stick. So essential oil diffusers have been huge, vitamin supplements are huge. We took the two, infused them into one little handheld stick that you could utilize on the go. The way it works is just simply hold it, inhale, and you just absorb some vitamins and essential oils. So it kind of simplifies the entire process for you.
Oh, yeah. I heard these sticks, they actually are a better way of absorbing nutrients than ingesting pills.
Correct. So B12 has been found in studies going back over 50 years to be 1,000 times more absorbed via inhalation than by injection, and about 10,000 times more absorbed than oral pills.
You could almost say these are the future of pills.
That's what they say. So it's not all pills. Listen, you can't inhale all things in life, but the best analogy I could give is an asthma inhaler, which is essentially why we created this one. I have asthma. I was born and raised with asthma, always had to carry around the little inhaler. This one is basil oils, ginseng, B12. It has some eucalyptus, some tea tree, but it instantly works as a organic inhaler. So the equivalent of taking a puff of your asthma inhaler, same thing. You take one inhalation of this, it instantly opens up your lungs in an organic, natural way without any medicine.
That's kind of incredible. What would you say your biggest challenge with putting all of that technology into a pen? How did you guys deal with that?
2 years worth of R&D, about $200,000 for starters, and a lot of problems and mishaps. But we did figure it out. We now have 12 different formulas. A energized formula that's based around ginseng, also B12. We have a sleep formula, which is lavender, vanilla, melatonin, and dream herbs. That one does amazing as well. All sorts of different, sourcing the organic materials is really tough. bringing that all together, then figuring out your final formulations, testing it, and then delivering that to market in a timely fashion.
So these pens, there are different variations of the pens. So like you just said, you can use one for sleep, you can use them for energy. What are the other applications of the pens?
So our greatest or highest selling product, I would say, is the VitaStick Calm. That has valerian root in it. Valerian's been used for hundreds of years for anxiety, relaxation, and I think probably 6 to 7 out of 10 reviews that we get online. You can find us all over, from Amazon, Google, everywhere. Every language, in over 150 something languages across the world. But I'd say 7 out of 10 reviews are from people that have some form of anxiety, PTSD, stress, whatever. They just want to find a form of relaxation. They say, I've been taking all sorts of medicines for many years, and this is the first thing that's helped me naturally get off my medicines and just relax. And somebody left a review that I think, and to this day, I said it was like the thing that kind of hit home the most. She said, whether it works or not, whether it's placebo or not, it's irrelevant. It reminds me to take a moment to relax and breathe. And it just calms me down, that process of doing that. And I read that, I was like, you know what, that's a great statement. We actually shared that online with a lot of our social media fans. So,
yeah, that's a great statement. I've seen that there's a lot of different VitaStick companies out here because this is an emerging trend. It's so popular. How are you guys able to differentiate your product, the packaging, the colors and everything from your competitors to really stand out?
Great question. So we launched in January of 2014. We were the first company in this space. Somewhere around the middle of 2015, about a year and a half later, I saw one company pop up. They focus predominantly on just essential oils. They don't have vitamins. They don't do herbs. The company's fantastic. I endorse that product as well, but it's very different from our product. The flavors are different. The formulas are different. The end result of taking a handheld aromatherapy experience, that's the same, but the process of doing it and the flavors are sort of different. And I think the effects, while the net effect may be, I'd say, halfway similar, they still differentiate. And since then, there's been since our success, I should say, there's been a ton. Probably I've found 10 new companies alone in 2017, almost one a month emerging. The one thing that I would say that differentiates us from them is there's been inhalable vitamin companies, there's been inhalable essential oil companies. There's none that have done the two like we have, but more specifically, the one thing that does differentiate us from all of those is that we are the only company in the world that uses 100% edible organic formulas and flavors, meaning what goes in this pen, you can actually drink it. In fact, we do. Hundreds of people at our company do drink it, test it months before it ever goes out. It's something you want to be ingesting on a daily basis, something you want to be taking in. If you were to take it in as your morning supplement, you would be a healthier person. And we just put that into a handheld format. Other companies, if you were to ingest in any sort of way their formulas, let's just say you wouldn't be feeling so well for quite a while. So that's the main differentiating factor between ours and the other products in this space.
So looking into that, where do you see like the future of your guys' company headed?
Another great question. So, we've had so much success in the retail space. There's companies coming. Whole Foods just contacted us for the second time in about the last 40 days. So we're looking into that. But just the further retail growth and expansion into the market, and then again, new formulas, new effects, enhancing it. And for us, the process is the R&D, what goes into this, figuring out, we're constantly tweaking it. In fact, even with the Breathe Stick, which was the original stick that I formulated, again, for my own personal asthmatic use, I'm improving this formula every month. So we run a batch of a couple 100,000, those sell out. I say, you know what, let's try the next batch with a little bit more of this or a little bit less of that until, I'm one of those people, I'll never be finally happy, but the point is always continued R&D and improving the formulas.
It seems like a thing that we all share in common here as entrepreneurs is that these passions stemmed from, our projects stem from passions that we had like internally. Chelsea's coming from her dog and her love for her dog. Yours coming from a need to inhale vitamins and beat asthma. do you think that passion and energy really is like helps your company succeed because it's an internal drive that really is like something you care about?
I think that's sort of been an emerging trend you see in small business entrepreneurs. Absolutely, I think you hit it right on the head. Everybody out there seems to, and they say necessity is the mother of invention. It's like, hey, I need this, I want this. Whether it's a little makeup brush to, you know, draw the little wings on that girls do. I've had girls pitch me all sorts of ideas. This is one of 3 companies that we have, and I feel like I've become my own mini Shark Tank at this point. Every week I have somebody calling me, pitching me an idea. I'm like, I don't think it's a big market, or, you know, possibly I think about the market potential, meaning the size of the market, what other products are in that space. Is it proprietary? Can you patent it? If you can patent it, if you can protect it, because again, just like this, we have 9 different patents on this, not only on the formulas, not only on the device, not only in the internal components, but on just everything. We're in trademark battles, we're in all sorts of battles, IP battles across the board, trying to find some proprietary space in this matter. And whatever business you're in, proprietary is key, particularly if you could protect it with some sort of IP, but you want to find something that obviously nobody else is doing, something that you're passionate about, and something that other people need. And it's great if you could find something in a small scale market that, let's say, you know, a nail clipper that catches the nails after, which I bought one of those 10 years ago. One of the stupidest inventions I ever bought in my life. Doesn't work half the time, fills up with the nails, but something that I think would appeal to the masses. That's what I think if I had to give some advice to another entrepreneur, focus on something that more people could appreciate or could get benefit from, and hopefully you'd have a bigger market.
Well, thank you for coming here and sharing with entrepreneurs on how your business started, how your passion led to this, and how you guys have been successful. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having us. We appreciate it. You can check us out at vitastick.com. Vitastick.com.
You heard it right here, guys, and we'll get right back to you. Hey guys, we're back, and I'm here with Robert. He's going to tell us a little bit about his company, his move to America, and how it's really like helped him. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
So yeah, my name is Robert. I just moved to Santa Monica from Poland, actually. I sound like an American, but I'm from Poland. We moved out here to acquire more U.S. clients because We're based in Poland and Krakow, where we hire a lot of developers and we build advertising technology products, analytics, and selling traffic. And we realize most of our clients are coming from most of our revenues are coming from the U.S. So we need to establish a physical presence here. And I volunteered as a founder to, spearhead that operation and move out to beautiful Santa Monica to do so. I did that 10 days ago, so I'm very fresh here, fresh off the boat.
So tell us a little bit what your company does, how you're able to create ad awareness and targeted marketing, probably, and how companies can benefit from that.
Sure. So in general, not going into too many specifics because it's a little bit overwhelming, but like I said, we do advertising technology. So right now the whole industry is kind of moving towards understanding where your media buys, all the money you spend on advertising, where does it convert the best? Where does it perform the best? Where do people click the most and make the most purchases, sign up to newsletters, all sorts of different KPIs. And we kind of, we've developed really innovative ways to just to track that in real time, see who's performing, who is it worth spending money on. Kind of like on Facebook, you have a really granular targeting, but outside of Facebook, it's hard to find that. So we're trying to bring that to non-sort of Facebook and Google sort of platforms to make that work outside of that.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of us here, we're social media influencers. People come to us promoting products, promoting brands, and everyone wants very targeted promotion for their products. So your company is definitely one of those to give that data to them. And it's a huge part of this market right now. Tell us some of the biggest struggles you've had with this company and how you guys overcame them.
Sure. So going back to the very beginning, I think the biggest struggle, we're talking to entrepreneurs, right, or future entrepreneurs, was overcoming my parents' opinion that I need to have at least 10 to 20 years of experience at a corporation before I can even consider setting up my own business. And I believed it for many years, and then finally I said, listen, I'm going to show you, Dad. I don't need to work at a corporation. And I went out, set up my company, failed spectacularly on the first one. But gathered my thoughts and the experience together and launched another one, which became successful. Now I have 3 successful startups, and now I'm based in Santa Monica. And it's all about taking that first step and overcoming, there's always going to be naysayers and reasons not to do it. And you got to find it within yourself and just have this blind belief in what you're doing to just overcome all that and go regardless of everything around you, all the negative energy and people saying different things to kind of discourage you. So that was one of them. In general, the other one is just kind of being your own boss is a special thing. You have no one to blame except yourself, and you're responsible for everything. So it can be quite overwhelming, but I think it's really worth the journey because you learn so much about yourself when you face these serious obstacles, both emotional in your head and actual in business, and you learn so much about yourself, the way you deal with that I think that's one of the most precious things about entrepreneurship is getting to know yourself. So yeah.
How important was your team when you were building up from the beginning? How important was your team to you? How important were the people who helped you out? And how did they play a role into how you guys were successful today?
So one thing I'd recommend to anyone looking to start a fresh start in entrepreneurship is find yourself a business partner. And I say that because I started with a business partner who's no longer with me. Now I'm all alone. But I don't feel I could have pulled through all the stressful moments in the beginning without having someone to bounce things off of. And that someone should be kind of not too similar to you, but quite different, kind of filling in your gaps in terms of your skill set and your characteristics as well. But to answer your question about the team, so we started off as a 4-man team, and now we're approaching 200 people. And my view is that a company is nothing but a group of people that all are striving to a certain type of one goal or another. So in essence, your company is just the group of people that work for you. So for me, the most important thing is hiring and the culture that you kind of build from the very beginning and trying to maintain that as you scale, which becomes very difficult after you grow over 100 people. But the culture is essentially it's a reflection of who you are as an entrepreneur on that group of people, and that's what I think is really important, to keep that genuine, be yourself, and kind of just nurture that.
So going off of that, you're saying creating a healthy work environment, creating a team of people who all want to like work together and have the passion for the project really like helps your team succeed and pull through to the next level. And we're finding that in a lot of our entrepreneurs here and in the new 21st century, is that people are going for a passion. They're no longer just getting a job to get a job. They want a job because they're passionate about it, because then they're willing to put in the harder effort. And you say building a team with passionate people during the interview process, you think that's very important?
I mean, absolutely. It's crucial to kind of like look beyond their skill set, their experience, and see what kind of person you're talking to. Is this someone that's autonomous? Is this someone that needs to be held by their hand to kind of get things done? So yeah, like finding the right kind of person, because at the end of the day, there's a certain threshold of money you can pay someone and they won't be motivated anymore if you pay them above that. Yeah. So you got to kind of discover what it is that makes people tick, and oftentimes it's a purpose, oftentimes it's autonomy, and so you got to find people that kind of fit into that and are not just going for the highest paying job.
Yeah. Let's go to some of the big successes you guys have had, and how those successes have came about, and how you guys were able to like parlay them into bigger successes.
Sure. So actually this year in March, the Financial Times named us the second fastest growing company in all of Europe. Thank you. Probably the biggest honor of my life. And I would say competition is kind of a confusing term, because I feel that oftentimes competition means mimicking the company or the person that's ahead of you, trying to mimic what they're doing because they're ahead of you. It's easy to think that they're doing the right thing, and at that point, oftentimes you lose your creative sort of output because you're just trying to copy what someone else is doing instead of just hunkering down and trying to solve a problem your own way. So I found in the early days that I went to a few startup meetups, and I saw that a lot of people were just talking, not doing much, not executing. And I had made the decision around 5 years ago that I would put my head down, work hard, and let the results speak for themselves, and not really try to compare myself to anyone or any company around me. And we've managed to sort of build very novel solutions that aren't anything like any other competitor, because we just kind of did our own thing and got from A to B in our own way without trying to like mimic anything. So I think that's a really important sort of thing to consider, is believe in yourself and believe that fact that you can come up with solutions and products and services and entrepreneurial designs that haven't been done before, and without trying to copy what's around you, because that's the easiest thing, and that's our nature. Is you doubt yourself and you look around like, what are other people doing? Let's try to copy that, because then we know we're doing the right thing. But that's not the case. So
yeah, that's not a lot of case for a lot of us entrepreneurs. As entrepreneurs, we come up with ideas that sometimes people haven't heard before. So for us a lot of times we're just shooting in the dark. Absolutely. And for you guys to be named like the top second growing fastest company means you're doing something right. And you didn't have to look at anyone else's business model. You guys just knew what you were doing is right, and you stayed true to your course.
We didn't know, we believed. We believed. We now know we were doing something right. Yeah.
Let's see. How long have you guys been in business for?
6 years now. 6 years. Okay. Interesting story. I wasn't actually the founder of the company I now own. I was one of their clients when there were still 4 people, 3 founders, 1 employee. I ended up taking over the business, and now I am the owner, and the 3 original founders are gone. So it doesn't always have to be that you're the founder of a company to be successful. Like, I never expected this to happen, and it just panned out this way.
So where do you guys see the future of your company going? You're just opening up a place in Los Angeles. You guys know that. So we want to see what the future holds by moving to Los Angeles. It's definitely going to increase your guys' business, definitely going to increase awareness for your guys' company. And what do you think? Where is it going?
Sure. So two things. Like first, I kind of want to. I like being transparent about where I'm at as an entrepreneur, because I feel that a lot of entrepreneurs try to behave as though they're sort of these infallible sort of characters with no weaknesses and just always going forward and have their days organized, which is never true, I think. So I moved out here because I was personally burnt out. My company's successful, but I reached a point where I was simply mentally burnt out from overworking or whatnot, and I needed a change of environment. Like, you know, my bike route to work or driving to work became so familiar, the days would just go by and I felt uninspired, and I'm like, I need to move somewhere. So I moved out to California to completely change my environment, and I feel like a newfound energy. I feel like it's another startup right now. So that I wanted to say, because if anyone out there is feeling a little bit burnt out, like, change your environment, break your patterns. It's really important for entrepreneurs. In regards to your question, two-part answer. One is Facebook and Google. They have the majority of the marketing space, and we're trying to figure out how to get a slice of a $200 billion industry, which is advertising technology, of which 60% or so is owned by Google and Facebook. So we're trying to craft our own little slice of that. And two, like you said, there's so many agencies out here. We're looking to meet them face-to-face. That's something that people, I think, underestimate, is face-to-face meetings. You cannot do business via email or via chat, Skype or not. You have to meet face-to-face to get the big deals done. Go to conferences, meet your clients or your partners at their offices. That's why we're here, to do that. So
I really liked what you were touching on about it's kind of like the writer's block of entrepreneurs. We actually hear about this a lot, where entrepreneurs have a good idea, they're pushing through, but there's almost a writer's block type of situation that's happening, where they've been in the same situation, the same routine, they ride their bike the same place, where they're not experiencing enough like stimuli to get them thinking creatively. So I actually hear this in a lot of stories, where people, they decide to move companies or just move themselves in location, just because it helps with the writer's block, and it helps with entrepreneurs' writer block, where we need to create new things. We need to constantly be opening our minds. And it seems that this jump for you guys, you're moving to obviously Los Angeles, like a great place for startups, but the jump here, it's such a different environment that it's going to inspire new ideas, and I think it'll really help you out here. So that's freaking awesome.
I love it. The energy is so incredible.
Yeah, the energy is, huh? Is there anything else you'd like to say to people watching for entrepreneurs?
Yeah, actually. I would say, so I've done a couple of interviews back at home in Poland, but it's a very different sort of ecosystem. It's not as mature and such, but I always tell young entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs to really not be afraid to be yourself, and to really kind of have that belief in your ideas, because that's what defines you as an entrepreneur. It's someone who believes in their ideas so much that you're able to block out all the negative, naysayers and all that, and execute anyway. And if you took that first step, you're able to take it all the way. It might not work out in the first attempt, in the first iteration, but failure is a process. It's a step to getting to where you want to go. So just keep going, keep your head down, and just keep executing, keep doing. Yeah.
I love it. Well, thank you for we're going to switch it up here, go to the next entrepreneur, but thank you for coming on, Robert.
Thanks a lot.
Ferrara, and I'm here doing a Facebook live stream with Young Entrepreneur. I recently filmed season 2 of Elevator Pitch, and I'm excited to show you guys what I've done with my new company. I have a brand called Poseidon Society. It's a jewelry line that matches you and your dog. It's inspired by hip-hop and Greek mythology, since my dog's name is Poseidon, and today is actually my birthday. So we're doing our collection launch here in LA at the lovely Liaison venue. We have complimentary tequila by Cotiga, and all of our sales today for our pop-up launch shop are benefiting New York City Second Chance Rescue. So let's come take a look inside. We're back here with Young Entrepreneur. I have here my really good friend, Antje Utgaard. She's a superstar on social media. Sports Illustrated has called her the next Kate Upton, and I'm very happy to have her here with her dog. You just got a new puppy?
I did. His name is Leo. He's my baby.
How old is Leo?
Leo is 4 months old. We actually have the same birthday.
Leo, the Leo. How cute. So, Antje, how many followers do you have on Instagram?
Almost 1.6 million, but still at 1.5. Yeah.
1.6 million. That's a lot of people. So, how many years did that take you to build up your following?
Exactly 3 years. I got 1,000 followers. My first, I had 300 followers 3 years ago from right now.
Wow. Yeah. 300 followers 3 years ago. This is Poseidon, my dog, coming to join the party with Leo. Everything is dog friendly here. But I think that's really cool. You could create a whole brand in 3 years. And what is your focus on social media as a personality?
Mostly modeling, but I'm also getting into acting right now, like comedic acting.
And where are you from?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. So she came out here 3 years ago, and I met her. Or 3 years, or two. I'm sorry. 2 years ago. I'm sorry. I'm messing up your time frame. How do you translate your followers into generating revenue for you?
Companies come to me with their brand deals, also photo shoots. I've had Wild 'N Out contacted me, and I just shot with them on the TV show. So people.
So if you guys aren't familiar, MTV has a show called Wild 'N Out with Nick Cannon. It's been going on for quite some time now. It's a pretty big deal. But for being a brand new person to social media, and then in 3 years' time being able to build your following and book Wild 'N Out, that's pretty cool. Yeah. When does Wild 'N Out come out?
Well, actually, season 10 just premiered.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, so you can catch it on MTV.
Congratulations. So what was it do you have any risks that you've taken in building your platform or creating your brand identity that have paid off? What's paid off and what hasn't?
Well, I was going to college. My first year, when everything started picking up for me, I decided I was still going to college, and I decided I was gonna quit college, move out to LA. I just packed up my bags, took a risk, knew nobody out here. My social media started taking off, and I said, screw this, let's go. So that was a big risk.
That's awesome. College is amazing. I love college. I wish I could have been in college for 6 years, but I ended up having to leave just 12 units shy. I had to pay bills. But I took everything that I could do from college. Everything that my professor would make red marks on, I would go home and I would correct, and I would create into work samples. But
yeah, I just wanted to entertain people, and that's what I wanted to do. So I just packed up my bags and left, and social media took off, and here we are.
Packed up her bags from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And now she's a part of the Poseidon Society. Poseidon Society, we'll give you guys a peek at the jewelry soon, but it's a unique community of one-of-a-kind dog owners and their trend-setting pets. This is our newest, youngest member. Yes. I'm what made you want to get a dog?
Honestly?
Honestly, yes.
I just had really bad luck with guys this year, so I decided, screw this, I'm gonna buy a dog.
Absolutely. Last year in America, Americans spent over $16 billion on their pets. That's pretty crazy. That's crazy. That's how I was thinking. Like, I could just do things for humans, and that's half the fun.
Yeah.
Or I could do something for dogs.
He's a spoiled little
I mean,
guy.
that makes sense. You are happier spoiling your dog, right?
Oh, for sure. Yes.
So what's next for you?
Just getting more into acting right now. That's I think what's next for me. Trying to just I'm rebranding, gearing more towards women now. Trying to get into more fashion stuff, and we'll just see what happens.
Rebranding can be difficult. I mean, as an influencer, somebody who comes from a modeling background, when you try to do something more mass market or for women, it can be a bit of a challenge. So, what are your like immediate strategies to like in the next 2 months? What do you plan to do to rebrand to women?
Just gearing more towards like fashion, beauty, things that women would like. I mean, I was gifted with a very heavy chest, but that's kind of
More male market, you know, that's more male market.
It's a male market, and so I'm kind of covering it up now. Because if you want bigger brand deals and everything like that, I mean, you got to hit the ladies.
I'm very fortunate to love my male audience. When I run my insights on my Instagram, I know that 90% of my 186,000 followers are men between the ages of 12 and 30.
Yeah.
So at one point I decided, I was a chef, I was working at a food blog, and I was working doing events. I'm like, this is really cool, but it's a hobby. It's not listening and understanding my market and understanding my customer. So then I adjusted it over time, and I realized that now, you know, I want men's products that are unisex. Now I have jewelry. It's for everybody. But what's better than men and women? Dogs.
Exactly. That's true.
Dogs are best.
Dogs are the best.
Thank you for sitting with us, Antia. Where can we follow you on Facebook and Instagram?
On Facebook, it's at Antia, ANTJE 20. And then on Instagram, it's Awsumac. So awesome. I hope you know how to spell it. And then ANTJAY. There we go.
Awsumac.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
And Leo is the underscore life of Leo.
Yeah. Sorry, I
Poor
love
little baby. Oh.
Yeah, it's the underscore life of Leo is if you want to follow him.
We all love a dog. Thanks, guys. entrepreneur. I recently filmed season 2 of Elevator Pitch, and I'm excited to show you guys what I've done with my new company. I have a brand called Poseidon Society. It's a jewelry line that matches you and your dog. It's inspired by hip-hop and Greek mythology, since my dog's name is Poseidon. And today is actually my birthday. So we're doing our collection launch here in LA at the lovely Liaison venue. We have complimentary tequila by Cotiga, and all of our sales today for our pop-up launch shop are benefiting New York City Second Chance Rescue. So let's come take a look inside. And I'm here doing a Facebook live stream with Young Entrepreneur. I recently filmed season 2 of Elevator Pitch, and I'm excited to show you guys what I've done with my new company. I have a brand called Poseidon Society. It's a jewelry line that matches you and your dog. It's inspired by hip-hop and Greek mythology, since my dog's name is Poseidon. And today is actually my birthday. So we're doing our collection launch here in LA at the lovely Liaison venue. We have complimentary tequila by Cotiga, and all of our sales today for our pop-up launch shop are benefiting New York City Second Chance Rescue. So let's come take a look inside. And I'm here doing a Facebook live stream with Young Entrepreneur. I recently filmed season 2 of Elevator Pitch, and I'm excited to show you guys what I've done with my new company. I have a brand called Poseidon Society. It's a jewelry line that matches you and your dog. It's inspired by hip-hop and Greek mythology, since my dog's name is Poseidon. And today is actually my birthday. So we're doing our collection launch here in LA at the lovely Liaison venue. We have complimentary tequila by Cotiga, and all of our sales today for our pop-up launch shop are benefiting New York City Second Chance Rescue. So let's come take a look inside. Facebook live stream with young entrepreneur. I recently filmed season 2 of Elevator Pitch, and I'm excited to show you guys what I've done with my new company. I have a brand called Poseidon Society. It's a jewelry line that matches you and your dog. It's inspired by hip-hop and Greek mythology, since my dog's name is Poseidon. And today is actually my birthday. So we're doing our collection launch here in LA at the lovely Liaison venue. We have complimentary tequila by Cotiga, and all of our sales today for our pop-up launch shop are benefiting New York City Second Chance Rescue. So let's come take a look inside. And I'm here doing a Facebook live stream with young entrepreneur. I recently filmed season 2 of Elevator Pitch, and I'm excited to show you guys what I've done with my new company. I have a brand called Poseidon Society. It's a jewelry line that matches you and your dog. It's inspired by hip-hop and Greek mythology, since my dog's name is Poseidon. And today is actually my birthday. So we're doing our collection launch here in LA at the lovely Liaison venue. We have complimentary tequila by Cotiga, and all of our sales today for our pop-up launch shop are benefiting New York City Second Chance Rescue. So let's come take a look inside. And I'm here doing a Facebook live stream with young entrepreneur. I recently filmed season 2 of Elevator Pitch, and I'm excited to show you guys what I've done with my new company. I have a brand called Poseidon Society. It's a jewelry line that matches you and your dog. It's inspired by hip-hop and Greek mythology, since my dog's name is Poseidon. And today is actually my birthday. So we're doing our collection launch here in LA at the lovely Liaison venue. We have complimentary tequila by Cotiga, and all of our sales today for our pop-up launch shop are benefiting New York City Second Chance Rescue. So let's come take a look inside. Ferrara, and I'm here doing a Facebook live stream with Young Entrepreneur. I recently filmed season 2 of Elevator Pitch, and I'm excited to show you guys what I've done with my new company. I have a brand called Poseidon Society. It's a jewelry line that matches you and your dog. It's inspired by hip-hop and Greek mythology, since my dog's name is Poseidon. And today is actually my birthday. So we're doing our collection launch here in LA at the lovely Liaison venue. We have complimentary tequila by Cotiga, and all of our sales today for our pop-up launch shop are benefiting New York City Second Chance Rescue. So let's come take a look inside.
Hey guys, welcome back to Young Entrepreneurs. We got Kent here coming in, and Kent works with KNEKT TV, and what Kent is going to tell you guys about is how his platform is being streamed everywhere and what it does for you guys. Welcome, Kent. So
Thanks, Jimmy. Good
tell
to
us,
see you again.
yeah, good to see you too. Tell us a little bit about your company and what you guys do.
Awesome, thank you very much. So, KNEKT TV is a company we started just around 14 months ago. We've got two sort of sides to it. One is our production company, so we work with everything from large charities, musical performers, influencers, brands on that side to produce specifically live content, but we do some pre-recorded stuff as well and some commercial work. And then we have our own digital OTT network, which is on Apple TV, Roku, iOS, Android, and the web at KNEKT.tv, where you can find 70 channels focused on social good, health, energy, environment, animal rights, and that kind of thing. So,
Wow, that's awesome. So, Kent's here, just really connecting people together, connecting influencers together, being a young entrepreneur himself, and what we have a bunch of questions for Kent. How did this business get started for you? Was this a passion project, or was this something out of demand?
I think it's been a little bit of both, to be honest with you. I've been in the advertising, digital space for quite some time. Prior to that, was in the event space. And when I moved to Los Angeles, I came here to produce content and was working on music videos. And then I had a couple partners that we were working with that were in the technology space. And I ended up throwing an event at the Sofitel Hotel focused around raising awareness for human trafficking issues in America. And kind of tied those different aspects together, from the event production side to working with different influencers in the social space. And we did our first ever live broadcast. It was roughly a year and a half before Facebook and YouTube came out with their live platforms, and drove everybody to a destination website. We got 1.2 million viewers on our first live show, and then from there ended up started working. I did some events with some musical friends for album releases with the Homeless Rock Stars. That was with another charity that is escaping me right now. There's been quite a few, but so that was the first event, and then it just kind of led into more and more things from there. And we've kind of defined a niche for doing these special events for charity specifically. So we'll do like the red carpet interviews, and then go into the musical performances and people speaking about the causes, and then driving donations. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, you should be able to click on a little link up on the top left-hand side, and you'll be able to actually make a donation directly to the charity. So,
What charity are we working with today here?
It's the Rescue Society of New York, I believe. I'm probably saying that wrong, but yeah, if you click on that or below, there's a link to the charity. That yeah, Chelsea's very involved with a lot of animal organizations, and she's friends with those folks out in New York, and decided to make this a benefit for them. So
what were some of the obstacles you guys first had when you were learning about Facebook? Like, live streaming is a new thing to all of us, like, and we understand that it's a very practical tool that we can use. It engages our audience immediately, and they can tell that there's no BS about it. They're getting the real, like, honest answers, the real truth. It's very sincere, so that's why people like it. Were there any challenges you guys had when first starting to start the live streaming business?
100%, yeah. There's been, I think, if I could name a time when there wasn't a challenge that we had to overcome doing a live event, I might be lying to you. I could maybe say out of close to 150, we maybe had 2 where there wasn't something that came up that we had to figure out, and there's a lot of authenticity in doing these live things, because whatever happens is everybody's seeing. We don't have the benefit not the benefit, but there's not the manipulation or the pre-planning in on the commercial side of things that you would have in shooting a commercial. Like, we don't have a second take at this. If I say something wrong, everybody's going to hear it, and it makes people more excited to watch, and then it's also exciting too for performances. We're all more excited about watching a live performance than than the old school music videos, and so it's really opened up a lot of doors in that sense, as far as being able to do stuff that's unique, and especially with like the multi-camera live shooting to multiple destinations. It's a pretty exciting place to be, and always tying all these technologies together, and then figuring out what makes sense for you as an influencer. If it's your cause, how do we help to best bring awareness to that? Or if it's a brand that wants to work with an influencer, how do we tell a story in a compelling way that's live and authentic? Because it's not the same as like, come out on Friday and we're going to shoot a commercial with you all day long, put a 30-second piece together. It's got to be something that you believe in, and the product fits with you, or people will see through it. And it's been exciting and fun in that sense, and
that's cool because a lot of every entrepreneur we've had up here today has talked about it's about passion. If people can see right through it, if there's no passion involved. So the fact that you get a live stream shows that you get to see the genuine passion people have for their brands. The people we've had up here interviewing today, it's amazing people doing amazing things because they've really had a passion for their project. They don't just come up here because no one has said anything about money today. And I find that a huge thing, that like people are very passionate about what they're doing, and it's not about the money, it's about like their passions. Where do you guys see the future of your guys' company going? What's the next like advancement you guys have?
That's a great question, and something that's pretty exciting. We've been doing a lot of stuff across the U.S. A few shows in New York this year, and other places, and so for the coming in the new year, we've got some international projects which are going to be sort of taking that to the next level with some. We just did a really great show in Chicago with CeeLo Green. It was a great success, but working more with Grammy award-winning top music artists, and then tying that into causes. We've got a couple announcements we haven't made yet, but we're looking to be doing some stuff with some pretty big players that are going to be tying back to some charities, and specifically in Africa with bringing clean water to people, which is another cause that I really I'm pretty close to, and I was on the board of, I'm from Canada originally, and I was on the board of a company called Africa We Care, and I'm still one of their Goodwill ambassadors, and they work a lot with taking items over into the microeconomies there to help stimulate growth for the local communities, but also building wells and bringing clean water to people in these villages, and I think that's something that's incredibly important, and I'm passionate about. So I'm excited. We've got a project like that's coming up, and so continuing to grow and working with more and more people, and Entrepreneur Magazine, having the chance to do this with you guys today has been a lot of fun, and just great brands, great people that are passionate about making a difference in the world, and that could be through the charity initiatives, but also through educating, inspiring, and uplifting young entrepreneurs to also make a difference and follow their passion. And you're right about what you said in regards to no one talking about the money, because I believe that if you follow your passion and you're doing something good and providing value to an audience or to your consumers, that will come. And this hasn't been the easiest year getting this started, Not going to lie to anybody there, but it's continued slow growth, and you know, and the bigger things come, and it just continues to get better and better. So that would be my advice for a young entrepreneur, which is a large part of our audience today, is just, you know, don't give up. Keep going at what you believe in, and you know, you'll have to pivot and make adjustments to get there. Of course, we all do, but yeah.
One thing we've learned from the companies that we've had today, and everyone that we have as entrepreneurs, is that you have to know when to pivot, when to take failures, and how to just roll with your failures. And because they're not failures, it's just failures are just different ways to learn. So it's different ways to learn your market, to learn if this technique is working, where you're going to go with your business. So what's just a failure you guys had that you were able to spin into something that made your company better?
Oh, there's been so many opportunities for growth or learning opportunities. We've ended up doing, you know, a lot of this stuff is live in different locations, and I ended up, I flew into a different city. I had 2 shows back to back, and did the first show the first night. Came in, got everything set up, and you know, we're fortunate we got a great internet connection here today, but that doesn't always happen. And you know, we have ways to work around that with other technology, or you know, microwave satellites, so we can make sure we get a great feed out. But that wasn't the case. So I was in this city, we didn't have any of these opportunities. We had no way to connect to the internet in this venue. Hundreds of people showed up for it, and we were able to we did the show live, recorded the whole thing live, and I literally packed up and went back to the place I was staying, plugged in, and we ran the whole thing an hour and 15 minutes late. No edits. It was live as it was recorded, but that was, you know, one of the opportunities that, you know, we were able to overcome on the fly at the last second, because it would have been horrible, choppy. Nobody would have wanted to watch something that didn't look, you know, clean. So
yeah, definitely. What are you do every event, right? There's no limit to what events you can live stream as long as you have access to internet and satellites, right? So for young entrepreneurs watching, and you're thinking about maybe I want to live stream my event next time. People are live streaming birthday parties. There are you can literally live stream anything now, and it's gathering a huge audience. Today, I heard we have 2 million followers just watching our live stream. It's a good way to connect people to your event, to real people, real time, and show that we come together. Like, as entrepreneurs, it's really good for us to meet together, to talk about things, to talk about our successes, to talk about our failures. So your guys' project is amazing that you're able to live stream these events and connect charities to them as well. What's your favorite event that you guys have worked to this date, and what charity did it benefit, and how did it go?
Yeah, I've had so many, and it's hard to really say. I've been, I guess, extremely fortunate to. I've worked with a lot of actors and celebrities now that I, as a child, admired. So that was like as an exciting thing to really get to know and connect with people that, like, as a kid I saw, you know, watching on TV from my house in Canada, you know, in the freezing cold, and then I'm sitting there, you know, one particular, you know, doing an animal rights show, hundreds of thousands of people watching, and really connecting with her audience in particular. So it's tough to categorize. I think the first show that we did with KNEKT was the Make-A-Wish Power of a Wish Gala in New York City, because I was running another live production company prior to this, and then I left to start KNEKT. And so the first show that we booked with KNEKT was the Power of a Wish Gala with Nigel Barker from America's Top Model hosting. And that was actually one of the shows, surprisingly, where there was no glitches, nothing, you know, we didn't drop a frame in the whole shoot. And we took their gala, which typically has 1,000 people. It's our biggest event in New York. We went live. This was before the capabilities we have today or our network was built. So we just went live to their Facebook page. And it ended up becoming the most viewed, most commented, most shared, most engaged piece of content that the Make-A-Wish Foundation has ever done. And we were nominated for Campaign of the Year last year for that, for My Media, and then ended up beating out Burger King, A6, and Pinterest, and won that. So that would be, I think, the biggest, like for KNEKT as an accomplishment. That was our biggest show that we did that really got some great notoriety. They raised $1.3 million for Metro Make-A-Wish New York at that event. And we were able to actually tie in with their auction platform. So people watching at home could bid on the items we were showing people that were live in the room. So we took that from 1,000 people to the 44,000, I think, that were watching it live as it was happening, and we were able to let them bid on those items. And then we went back this year and were able to do the show again with them in New York, and went from $1.3 million to $1.6 million. So those are things and I'm really passionate about. There's a lot of things, but sick children that might not have a chance at getting to ever accomplish the things or see the things that we've been fortunate enough and blessed to. Giving them those opportunities is something that's pretty special. So
it's kind of incredible how this platform is you're able to launch it on multiple platforms. You're able to work with it's cross promoting in a way, and that's what I've actually been talking about it with a lot of other entrepreneurs who have been here. The biggest way that we find ourselves growing, the #1 top way to grow, is through cross promoting. So it's finding a brand or organization that you can relate to, that has the same vision that your company does, and connecting the audiences, because that's what your guys' brand is. It's connecting audiences of similar the things that matter, and putting those people together so that they're able to see and learn different things. How many, so this is like kind of a technical question, but how many platforms are you guys able to stream on at the same time? And how are you able to get those people together, on how many different platforms?
Well, technically for most of our shows, we go live to at least one Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Twitter, and then our platform, which is on KNEKT.tv, Roku, Apple TV, and then we have iOS and Android apps. So that's sort of at a minimum what we do with all of our projects. But with the back-end capabilities, it's really endless. Our partners that we work with on that, because we'll bring on more people as we scale for bigger brands. I think the biggest multiple destination stream was I believe it was 180 individual Facebook pages plus a bunch of other ones. So because when you're talking about the X Games or bigger events like that with multiple stakeholders, that's possible. So obviously the budget's on if we're doing a small 2 or 3 camera shoot for a local charity, that's going to be a lot different than when we've got drones and jibs and all of that. So it's it really just depends on what we're working on, and but it's right now it's the unique thing with I think where we are from a technology standpoint is it's really we're at the cusp of being able to do stuff that would have cost tens or hundreds of millions of dollars years ago to reach these global audiences, and through the internet and hopefully with this net neutrality thing that's coming up, that'll remain the same, where we're not going to end up getting gouged. And if we can plug people watching at home to go in and make yourself aware of what's happening with that, it's really important, because they're trying to pass some new laws right now to essentially make it possible to charge more to access certain websites than others, and that kind of thing. And it's that's something that I think we need to make sure we stand up and our voices are heard to not let that happen, because as an influencer yourself, if people are going to have to pay to access your Instagram account or your Facebook account, or I won't get too much into it because I could go on, but it's something that I think is really important for us all to look into and make your voices heard.
No, as influencers, and there's a lot of influencers in this room, we're actually very aware of this problem happening where my following, I love having it. I love having everyone access to it. If I wanted to create a private channel where I could charge people money to view my private content, whatever that may be, private seminars or private interviews, I could do that. But I want my original page, the thing that I've grown, spent years growing. It's a big investment that does not pay off right away. It's only paid off through me doing stuff. And having that limited, or having me like charge people, is like something I don't like agree to. And a lot of the people in this room don't agree to at all, because they have multiple pages. I don't have multiple pages, but I know some people in here, they have multiple pages where like you can pay more if you want different content. But that's extra content. That's extra content we have to work for, that we have to market, that we have to build and produce. And it's a lot more work to do. So that's why we're charging you, actually, just because it's more work for us to have to do that extra behind the scenes content. But it should all be free.
Choice, though, not based on what the internet service providers determine they should mark up on top of you. So it is really important, and because you guys you work so hard to create content and produce great things and build your audience, and to have somebody else come in and limit that, and or make changes that affect the way that educational content can get out to people that need it specifically. Those are things that I think we really need to protect and have our voices heard.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, you have to think about all the educational. There's so many purposes. There's so many online websites that benefit people, and them being free is really the access of knowledge that we have. It's beautiful that we have that. The future is crazy. It holds a lot of different things for us, but I'm looking forward to it. I love what you guys are doing. One last question. How did you guys come up with the name?
KNEKT. So it's interesting. I was looking for a name that was, something that fit with connecting. And so it was a lot of Google searching to find, and it's actually KNEKT is a Norwegian word, and it means like knight in shining armor. And we ended up, I looked for a lot of different names. I came across it, and I've got some Norwegian friends. So I texted a friend, and I was like, hey, can you send me a voice note? What does this word sound like in Norwegian? Yeah. And it came back as KNEKT. No way. And then the .com was available, the .tv was available, so and then the trademark, all of that other fun stuff was there. So I was like, I guess this is the name. It makes sense. And funny enough, it's got all the same letters as my name does. So it was just a nice kind of fit.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I love how that worked out. It's fun how those things are all available. We know how important branding is. So having all the names available, all the domains available is huge. So I'm glad that worked out for you. We're going to grab the next entrepreneur, but thanks for coming on and telling us all about your brand. It was awesome. Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
Of course.
We'll see you soon.
Definitely. Welcome back, guys. Chelsea.
And I'm here doing a Facebook live stream with Young Entrepreneur. I recently filmed season 2 of Elevator Pitch, and I'm excited to show you guys what I've done with my new company. I have a brand called Poseidon Society. It's a jewelry line that matches you and your dog. It's inspired by hip-hop and Greek mythology, since my dog's name is Poseidon. And today is actually my birthday. So we're doing our collection launch here in LA at the lovely Liaison venue. We have complimentary tequila by Cotiga, and all of our sales today for our pop-up launch shop are benefiting New York City Second Chance Rescue. So let's come take a look inside. Chelsea Pereira, and I'm here doing a Facebook live stream with Young Entrepreneur. I recently filmed season 2 of Elevator Pitch, and I'm excited to show you guys what I've done with my new company. I have a brand called Poseidon Society. It's a jewelry line that matches you and your dog. It's inspired by hip-hop and Greek mythology, because my dog's name is Poseidon, and today is actually my birthday. So we're doing our collection launch here in LA at the lovely Liaison venue. We have complimentary tequila by Cotiga, and all of our sales today for our pop-up launch shop are benefiting New York City Second Chance Rescue. So let's come take a look inside. Hi, it's Chelsea Pereira here with Young Entrepreneur at my PoseidonSociety.com launch for my birthday. I'm very excited because I have my best friend here who's performing. He's a Sony new Latin music artist, and his name is
Alejandro Rosaleny.
Alejandro Rosaleny. So you guys are going to get a taste of his music right now, the very first time. He's been working on this for about a year. New talent from Sony. What was your inspiration, and how would you describe your style of music?
You know, it's been a bunch of different genres of music. I'm really into rock. I grew up with heavy metal bands. I love rap music, any type of language. So I love what they're doing with the trap stuff. So I'm just trying to do it in Spanish, you know, for my Latino people. That's about it. I can't wait to release it, you know?
So Alejandro is not only a musician, but he's also a social influencer. How many followers do you have on Instagram?
About 50,000 and going up right now.
And how did you build your following initially?
You know, just going out, meeting people, you know, just like kind of interacting, believing, supporting. They support me back, just like, you know?
But you're from Spain, right?
Oh, yeah.
So how many, you landed here in America.
Yeah, I didn't know how to speak English, by the way.
He didn't know how to speak English, and you built a social following in how many years?
Like a couple years, yeah.
Okay, like 3 years probably, right?
3 years,
okay,
yeah,
and now he's signed with Sony for Latin America, which is pretty cool. And how do you see your next year playing out?
I just can't wait to release this music. I want to go on tour. I want to just be active and travel everywhere and show some love for my Latin people, or for everyone that appreciate music.
And I'll just talk about you because I know your music. But he has a really cool style of music you're about to hear. It's kind of a fusion from the hip-hop and trap trend that's going on right now, and it's helping it access the Latin world. So a lot of Latin music is a little different, and you're kind of giving like a party next door R&B vibe to Latin music.
Yeah, I'm definitely really excited and I'm happy to be here with you. I'm happy to perform, and we're just gonna build up from here. Thank you so much.
And how many instruments do you play?
I play a little bit of everything. I start with the guitar, I can play piano, I play a little bit of drums, I sing, you know, I try to produce.
What age did you begin playing guitar?
You know, I grew up in the south of Spain, so since I was a little kid, I think I was 10 years old when I was learning how to play guitar with the homeless guys on the street, you know, in my neighborhood. It took me here to Los Angeles, California, thanks to God.
We're glad to have him, and I'm excited that you guys get to be part of our performance. My dog just left. We've had a really good time here at Liaison in Hollywood. We've had a lot of great drinks from Cotiga tequila, and we're selling a couple pieces of my Poseidon Society jewelry now in benefit for New York City Second Chance Rescue. I'm excited for you to showcase your music, and everyone here is kind of a social influencer that's now translating their audience into, you're monetizing your followers, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, let's do it. If you guys want to follow me on social media, it's Alejandro Rosaleny, Rosaleny.
Alejandro Rosaleny on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Stay tuned, you guys. Facebook live stream with young entrepreneur. I recently filmed season 2 of Elevator Pitch, and I'm excited to show you guys what I've done with my new company. I have a brand called Poseidon Society. It's a jewelry line that matches you and your dog. It's inspired by hip-hop and Greek mythology, since my dog's name is Poseidon. And today is actually my birthday. So we're doing our collection launch here in LA at the lovely Liaison venue. We have complimentary tequila by Cotiga, and all of our sales today for our pop-up launch shop are benefiting New York City Second Chance Rescue. So let's come take a look inside. And I'm here doing a Facebook live stream with young entrepreneur. I recently filmed season 2 of Elevator Pitch, and I'm excited to show you guys what I've done with my new company. I have a brand called Poseidon Society. It's a jewelry line that matches you and your dog. It's inspired by hip-hop and Greek mythology, since my dog's name is Poseidon. And today is actually my birthday. So we're doing our collection launch here in LA at the lovely Liaison venue. We have complimentary tequila by Cotiga, and all of our sales today for our pop-up launch shop are benefiting New York City Second Chance Rescue. So let's come take a look inside. And I'm here doing a Facebook live stream with young entrepreneur. I recently filmed season 2 of Elevator Pitch, and I'm excited to show you guys what I've done with my new company. I have a brand called Poseidon Society. It's a jewelry line that matches you and your dog. It's inspired by hip-hop and Greek mythology, since my dog's name is Poseidon. And today is actually my birthday. So we're doing our collection launch here in LA at the lovely Liaison venue. We have complimentary tequila by Cotiga, and all of our sales today for our pop-up launch shop are benefiting New York City Second Chance Rescue. So let's come take a look inside. Chelsea Ferrara, and I'm here doing a Facebook live stream with Young Entrepreneur. I recently filmed season 2 of Elevator Pitch, and I'm excited to show you guys what I've done with my new company. I have a brand called Poseidon Society. It's a jewelry line that matches you and your dog. It's inspired by hip-hop and Greek mythology, since my dog's name is Poseidon. And today is actually my birthday. So we're doing our collection launch here in LA at the lovely Liaison venue. We have complimentary tequila by Cotiga, and all of our sales today for our pop-up launch shop are benefiting New York City Second Chance Rescue. So let's come take a look inside. I'm Chelsea Ferrara, and I'm here doing a Facebook live stream with Young Entrepreneur. I recently filmed season 2 of Elevator Pitch, and I'm excited. Hi guys, I'm Chelsea Ferrara, and I'm here doing a Facebook live stream with Young. Hi guys, I'm Chelsea Ferrara, and I'm here doing a Facebook live stream with Young Entrepreneur. I recently filmed season 2 of Elevator Pitch, and I'm excited to show you guys what I've done with my new company. I have a brand called Poseidon Society. It's a jewelry line that matches you and your dog. It's inspired by hip-hop and Greek mythology, since my dog's name is Poseidon. And today is actually my birthday. So we're doing our collection launch here in LA at the lovely Liaison venue. We have complimentary tequila by Cotiga, and all of our sales today for our pop-up launch shop are benefiting New York City Second Chance Rescue. So let's come take a look inside. It's a big deal for me to be working with Entrepreneur Magazine, and I'm really excited that they're doing a Facebook live stream and promoting my new business. Very thankful. Not only that, but I have my best friend in the entire world, Alejandro, right here. He's been working on his music for over a year, and I'm so freaking proud of him that his first performance is special, intimate, just for us and our viewers on Facebook at Entrepreneur Magazine. I'm introducing LA for our Sony new music artist, Sony Latin.
Hello, I love you.
Behind us, we have the awesome Freddie and Maddie from Awsumac. Got our drummer and our DJ. My whole crew's sexy, I know. But I'm really thankful for you guys all being here today. It means a lot to me and Poseidon. And I'm going to let them kill this Spanish trap music. Ready?
Yeah. Happy birthday, Chelsea.
Dale, dale. What's up, guys? technical difficulties. You know?
All good. Let's warm up. Let's warm up. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay guys, this next song I'm gonna release Spring 2018 Latin trap music, and thank you so much for being here. I love you, Chelsea. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Humo blanco en tu piel, si eso es todo lo que quieres, cambia veneno por papel, hasta que el cuerpo caliente. Ya sabes, es mi juego, de nube en nube, de sueño en sueño, sigo corriendo. Ya sabes, tu cuerpo y mi cuerpo, de nube en nube, de sueño en sueño, sigo corriendo. Noche volando en tu coche, fumando y te sigo, caminos perdidos, te tengo y te pierdo, mi alma en tu cuello. Camino desierto, tan pronto que te tengo, tan pronto que te pierdo. Ya sabes, es mi juego, de nube en nube, de sueño en sueño, sigo corriendo. Ya sabes, tu cuerpo y mi cuerpo, de nube en nube, de sueño en sueño, sigo corriendo. Que arda la noche volando en tu coche, fumando y te sigo, caminos perdidos, te tengo y te pierdo, mi alma en tu cuello. Eso es todo lo que quieres. Thank you. Let's do this or what? Okay, this song is about something we all fucking like. How it is? Dinero what? Dinero, okay. It's a song about being broke, being real, but... Estoy en deudas, en un mundo en quiebra, mujer en la espalda, un demonio que no tiembla y acierta, tan ciego en la niebla, caballo cansado es un sueño que no llega, no me canses tanto loco, bailas de muñeco roto, ya sé que me queda poco, pero no me lleva el olvido. Quiero envenenarme con tu calor, que corra por mis venas. Dinero, 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 dinero negro.
fuera. Y ya ves tú qué pena. Ya sabes, solo tengo una cosa en la cabeza. Qué suerte, ya mírame marchar. Queman tantas noches fuera de tu hogar. Muchos años en la sombra. Poco más ni a los explota. Ya sé que me queda poco, pero no me llevará el olvido. Y quiero envenenarme con tu calor, que corra por mis venas. Dinero, 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 dinero. ¿Cómo es? Dinero, dinero. Con tu calor. Dinero, 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 dinero.
Money, you guys are fucking money, I love you.